If you're one of the many people who currently or previously had HMRC debt, then you'll likely be wondering what effect this will have on your credit rating. Let's dive into the details and understand the relationship between HMRC debts and your credit score. First, let's start with the basics. What is HMRC debt? HMRC debt refers to debts that are owed to HM Revenue and Customs. The most common types of HMRC debt are unpaid tax bills and unpaid VAT from companies. You might also incur additional fees and debts if you pay your tax late. Another common cause for HMRC debt is through overpayment of tax credit. If you don't inform HMRC of any changes to your personal income or your living situation, you might face a reduction in your tax credits and be asked to repay the full amount at once. Another common cause for HMRC debt is through overpayment of tax credit. If you don't inform HMRC of any changes to your personal income or family living situation, you may face a reduction in your tax credits or be asked to repay the full amount at once. Now, the next question on your mind might be, how do I pay my HMRC debt? If you can clear your HMRC debt, it's always best to do so. If you don't, you may face legal action or imprisonment, although this is rare. If you cannot pay what HMRC is asking, they usually offer a time to pay agreement where you can spread the cost of the debt over 6 months or possibly a little more. However, it's important to note that HMRC is often reluctant to offer time to pay agreements beyond 1 year. So how does HMRC debt affect your credit rating? This is an important question for many people. The good news is that it won't impact your credit file. This is because when you owe money to HMRC, you haven't taken out any credit. HMRC debts are simply money owed to the UK government, and the UK government hasn't given you any credit. For this reason, the debts you owe to HMRC will not impact your credit score and won't reduce your chances of getting credit or a mortgage. What about debt collection and its impact on credit rating here in the UK? If you don't repay your debt, HMRC may ask a debt collection agency to recover it. The debt collection agency will then be responsible for chasing the repayments. This will not appear on a credit report, and it's important to note that debt collection agencies have limited powers and cannot force entry into your home or your business premises to seize any goods. So why should you pay your HMRC debt? The first reason is that HMRC often uses external debt collection groups to recoup the money that you owe, and if you don't pay, they could even employ bailiffs to come and get the money. Additionally, HMRC has extra powers that creditors don't have, such as the power to go directly to your employment income to recover the debt. They will do this by adjusting your tax code in the PAYE scheme, meaning they'll increase the amount of tax that you pay before you receive your pay from your employer. What about bankruptcy and HMRC debts? If you don't agree to pay your HMRC debt, they could apply to make you bankrupt. This means you wouldn't have to pay the debt directly, but your current assets would be sold and the money generated would go towards paying the HMRC debt. It's important to note that if HMRC declares you bankrupt, it will have a major impact on your credit score and future borrowing prospects, as well as other lifelong effects like your eligibility to ever be a company director. If you're struggling with debt, then there are options available here in the UK. Some are free to use and others include fees, and each will have their own pros and cons. If you want to learn more about the solutions available, then we've created a really great form that you might be interested in checking out. Click the link in the description to get started and answer a few multiple choice questions like the total amount of debt, how many people you owe, your living situation, and we'll connect you with one of our trusted partners so that you can find out more and start taking steps towards improving your financial situation.